When last we left off with veins like tapeworms, we we dealt with the train ride okay. We got some more food for our parasite buddy Slyce. And now we're more or less having the second therapy session with the worm in our body. We learn a little bit more about them. Apparently they've just existed for eons. I know that it come up prior, but it's... Hang on. Sorry, I'm still just double checking because I can't tell half the time with my headset on. Oh. I'm just double checking because I can't tell half the time with the headset on if I'm being hollered for or not. So I just like to double check to be safe. Okay. Anyway. We learn a little more about Slyce, but we still don't know that much about them. And there's also, the worrying concern that Slyce is just gonna take over our body. There's also some really cool fan art that got made of this game as well already, which is nice. I'd like to make some too, but I'm waiting till I see everything before I do that. Let's see. The rat with the scars skitters past them. Demian curses and throws a bottle of bleach at it. As the burb grabs her phone and sets up a timer because she forgot to do that. It wouldn't be a bird stream if I didn't forget to set up an integral part of my stream at the very beginning. Because what even is having a short-term memory? Ooh, if my stomach is settled enough later on in the night, I'm gonna have me a cup of hot coke. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Here we go. It misses by a long shot. The bottle rolls to the wall's edge. They sigh and stand up. The magic was broken, and they still had a good 4 hours left on the clock. The sun was finally setting, at least. Natural light starting to hurt their eyes lately. Demian hopes it's just a side effect of the night shifts. Demian grabs the bleach and unscrews the cap. The room fills with a swimming pool's sour odor. Demian pukes on the carpet. Ah, shit. Well, at least we already got the bleach in hand. So let's see, what is the difference between borb and burb? The difference is in form, so hang on, let me like pull up, mix it up, and I can show you. Channel points, silly redeems. So this firm right now is burb, and then this one is borb. I become round and rotund, even more friend-shaped. And it just goes back and forth between the two. Yeah. Just a fun little thing to let folks mess around with my shape. Wait, I need that up. Ah, there we go. The first thought in their head is, oh, come on, I just cleaned that. Mood. The second is, I'm not that sensitive to bleach smells, am I? The third one ran something along the line of, is that my fucking tooth? Oh. Oh shit, with a root even. Only a part. Piece of your upper left canine. That's not much better, Slyce. Oh yeah, only a part of a tooth. Yeah, that's fine. My teeth are falling apart. Let it all out. Your teeth will be rebuilt. Expend myself for you. Demian scrambles to their feet. Their knees give out from under them, sending them hurtling to the ground. Vomiting out their teeth is second priority to stopping the floors from getting filthier. Oh, great. Now what? Demian, what the hell are you? Oh, where the hell are you? Margaret shouts. They take their face from the toilet bowl. A gurgling cry of, "Leave me alone," doesn't seem to dissuade her. The burning in their cheeks only intensifies. Stinging in their gums becomes a full-on stabbing sensation. Oh god. Demian bites their hand to muffle the pained shriek. Their teeth draw blood. Margaret shouts for them again. Demian's limp foot tries to kick the bathroom door shut. They swing at empty air and the nausea in their throat forces itself up again. They are not scared of the changes. Slyce doesn't want to hurt them. It would be hurting itself if it did. Demian retches. Once, twice, thrice. They stick their face into the toilet again. When they puke again, the sludge splashes out of the bowl and onto the floor. Oh god, that's a lot. Please don't let this be permanent. Their arms and face are damp with sweat. At least the pain in their teeth seem to be fading away finally. Demian pushes their hand up and touches their mouth. The jagged edges of their teeth feel awful on the skin. All 4 canines and a couple incisors had chipped. Demian can't help but laugh at the irony. What chipped their teeth, though? Also, for that chug, I'm gonna have water. Mom was a dentist. She used to tell horror stories about patients with shattered teeth and necrotic gums to shame them whenever they had something sugary. If only she could see them now. Your mother was cruel to you. You do not want her to see you. It's a figure of speech. I will not hurt you as she did. Let me rebuild you. Demian flushes the toilet. The inky void swirls down the drain. Out of sight, out of mind. Now for the real problem, their teeth. Gathering up their strength, they finally slam the bathroom door shut. No use getting Margaret involved now. Damage is not severe. Do not have to expend much to rebuild. Just do it quick, okay? Holy shit, Demian! Margaret screams. What is all this? I threw up. Maggie, what's it look like? Tell Carl someone pissed on the floor or something. I'll deal with it when I can. Are you okay? I'm fine. Demian sucks in a breath and grips the toilet seat. Agony fires through their gums. A million needles prick the skin and rebuild the broken teeth. Perfectly fine. Stomach bug is all. You don't sound fine. Why is it black? They don't dignify Margaret with an answer. Really, the pain blanked the mind and emptied their thoughts. She shouts again. Demian screams to leave them alone already. I am not afraid. I am not scared. I trust you. The pain is temporary. You're fixing me. I trust you. 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 Wriggling threads of anxiety cling to their throat. The coppery vomit taste overstays its welcome. The drool in Demian's slobbering mouth has long dried out and amplified the bitterness. Their fingers tremble, even as they try to quell it. And the pain vanishes as quickly as it flares. The needles pull away, the nausea grows still. You are rebuilt. Demian slithers their tongue across their teeth. They're so very sharp. Sharper than before. The meat comes back with blood. Oh, whoops. Even the teeth in front had new points, curving downwards. They imagined biting someone with these. How easy it would be to tear through their flesh. Oh, how easy would it be to tear through flesh, I should say. How far could they be twisted and morphed by Slyce? until their body resembled a monster of the urban jungle. A part of them wants to see just how far their flesh could be torn. I would not make you a monster. You would be more beautiful than an angel. I don't want to be an angel. I just want to be me. And maybe for Demian, me is a beast, made of crawling nerves and unblinking eyes who don petals for skin and vines for tendons. But that's a story for another day. Oh. Margaret stands up quick as Demian throws the bathroom door open. She drops the rag in one hand, having smeared it all around the sludge now soaking into the carpet. Demian, are you sick or something? Sick in the head, maybe? I'm fine, they snarl at her. Just ate something bad is all. Hello, Rusty. Demian bristles past her. Well, they try to, anyway. One foot goes in front of the other, their knee buckles under their weight, and they go tumbling to the floor. Had it not been for Margaret 2 steps to their side, Demian thinks they'd have a nice bruise forming across their cheek right now. Or about now. That's not to say they aren't used to being struck in the face by fists or floors. It's just not something they like to go through. Fair. Hey, come on. Take the rest of the day off, Margaret starts slowly. I'll tell Dad something he'll want to hear. I don't have any more sick days. He'll understand, probably. I think Dad just doesn't want you barfing everywhere, she says. He does care about you, you know, in his own little, Carl way, but he does care. I love that you have to specify in his Carl way. So, like, you understand that he's not really a decent person to anyone but you. And, you know, I'm still not entirely... I don't think that you're probably treated fairly either, to be honest. Game is saved. No, he doesn't. Hey Anna, welcome in. Hello, beautiful blurb. Dropping a lyric while I go get food. Go get your foods. Go enjoy your get you your dinners. Get you your snacks. Whatever you're having. Oh god, yeah, the peach is so much better. And, god, I don't want to do the orange one. Like, we will... Oh. Thank you for the resub. Thank you for the fish. I don't know why the alert didn't go off. Oh, damn, it's not even showing up in the activity feed. That's weird. I like how all the burbs reacted to it, but nothing else on stream did. That'll have to be fixed another time. But thank you very much. But, onto the game. We'll be... as I mentioned, like, last time, I will be playing the game again, and that time we'll do all the orange options, but for right now, we're gonna be civil. Thanks for worrying. I'll be fine. They try to convince her. Seriously, I cannot afford another day off. Just give me a few to clean all this up. Or clean up all this. I don't... Dad doesn't want you to. If you have, like, the norovirus or something, you could end up spreading it everywhere. Maggie, I've thought about that, and I think I'll be okay. I know what happened. It's bad food. With one hand, she gestures at the rag and the slime. Well, but what about... It's not supposed to be that color. If it's black, it's old blood. Licorice. Demian lies through their sharpened teeth. Ate some to feel better earlier. I didn't. She's not buying it. She will. You sure? Because I can seriously take over if you need to lie down. Honestly, we need more than a lie down. We probably need to be taken to, like, urgent care, to be quite honest. But I don't think... Don't get away from the bag. My little gremlin of a man, why are you like this? I'm going to smother you with love now. My boy. My sweet kitty boy, hello. Well, okay. As he leaps away. Oh, hi! Binks, when'd you get in here? Don't you two fight now. Come on. Behave. Go, be free in the rest of the house. And you, my young sir. Meow. Onto the bed you go. Sorry, my cats are being menaces. Demian tries not to glare at her. Even if she had ulterior motives, the idea of taking a rest is alluring. But in the end, they're short on money and rent is coming up. I'm sure. They don't meet her eyes. If you want to do me a solid, then help me get the stain out. Alright. It takes a while to get the blackness out. Even then, the faintest outline keeps its ugly little head reared. If Demian squints and tilts their head, it'll stick out like a sore thumb. It's good enough for now, Margaret says. Maybe if the guests keep the lights low, no one will notice. Demian would fight her and try to clean more if they weren't so damn exhausted. They won't say their teeth hurt anymore. It's more like a tingling ghost pain, the faintest whiff of aftershave on a man's chin. I guess. Sure. Are you sure you don't want to... You threw up. Ugh. Margaret gives up and fishes around her jeans pockets. You know what? Never mind. I need a smoke. You want one of mine? They untuck a single loose cigarette from the coin pocket of their own pants. Been cutting back, so it's like I was gonna have it. Slyce hates the taste. Margaret takes it from their fingers. Thanks. She leans her head back and lights it. Demian slouches forward, slumping to a sitting position on the crumbling concrete. It's a nice day. Nicest of the week. Dark eyes stare up at the sunset. Beautiful, isn't it? Why do you stick around her? You hate her. Fuck if I know. Job security? She makes you miserable. Does she not? Cut her loose. You will be happier. It's a risk I don't want to take, but the reward would be so delicious. You know it would. Can't you taste the freedom upon your tongue? Maybe another day. Hey, Demian? Her voice hurtles them from the spiraling train of thought. What? Margaret purses her lips and looks down at the cigarette. A copper-colored ember dangles limp on the paper, begging to fall. Demian isn't worried about the place catching on fire. They're surrounded by concrete and bricks. Besides, scorch marks might liven up the decor a little. Thanks. She swallows a cough. I know how hard these last few months have been, and I really appreciate you sticking around. I mean, not like we really have much of a choice on the matter, but okay, glad we're appreciated. Admittedly, their slack-jawed stare wasn't a good look. Taking the silence as an invitation, Margaret tilts her head back. Dad's just having trouble making ends meet. I've been trying to get him to set enough aside for all your overtime, mind you, but it's hard. Yeah, I think he's just like that. They say with a shake of their head. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but I guess not. She puffs through her nose. It could be construed like some sort of laugh. He used to be better at that. When I was a kid, the motel was nice. It wasn't like the luxury places you'd find on the casino strip, but it was better than it is now. Let me guess. Our slew of dickhead mayors came in, good old Mayor Hawthorne took the seat, and everything except our downtown went to shit. Yeah, it happened right after my mom died, too. He was tired, spread himself out too thin, had a funeral to plan, more taxes to pay, everyone got worse, prices got tripled. I don't know. I think Dad just couldn't handle it. He's never really been the same after Mom. They tighten their jaw and look down. Oh. I know. I can't just hand-wave all his actions away with a sob story. Samuel's about to walk out himself, Isaac is literally on the verge of needing to retake a semester, and I know you want out. Hell, I graduated my bachelor's, but I never got into my field because I wanted to give Dad a hand for a season or two. That was a year ago. What did you major in? Computer science. More specifically, software engineering. Margaret scowls hard. Worst mistake of my life, let me tell you that. Get a STEM career, Maggie! You'll get hired before you graduate, Maggie! Now I'm several thousand in debt with no work experience in my field. There it is. The college thing. It's not one that Demian has any good to say about. Or anything good to say about. I, never went myself. I wanted to, believe me. They sigh. Probably their 1000th today. Graduated high school and all. Started applying for scholarships. Then my family kicked me out when they found out I was non-binary. I don't even know if I got accepted to any of them. Knowing my dad, he probably threw away anything that came in the mail for me. Or came for me in the mail. I'm sorry. Don't apologize. Not like you added me or gave me the boot. A simple shrug punctuates the end of their sentence. It's just not fair for you. Margaret shakes her head. Like, yeah, my dad is a bit of a prick, but I don't know. I don't have room to talk. Demian does a damn good job of pretending they don't seethe whenever the memory bubbles up. They're real good at plastering a fake smile on their face, slathering a lie of how they aren't kept awake at night, sobbing in the pillow when the echoes of their father's voice won't go away. Well, what can you do? The shitty asphalt parking lot Demian stares at is littered with cracks and holes. I'm never going back to my family anyway. They don't want me there. They want a nice, neat little kid to shove back in the closet and parade around. I'll make it on my own, one way or another. Demian clenches their jaw hard. Those new teeth are itching. Not just their gums. Something in their teeth itches in the color of desire. They're not sure who the yearning belongs to anymore. Themselves or Slyce. On a dull winter evening, the craving for home mixes with cigarette smoke. Desperation is not a pretty flavor, but it's one they'll have to swallow down with a gritted smile. At least they're not alone in their indulgence. Hey Dad, it's about Demian. You know, they work super hard for us, right? Like, way harder than Isaac or Samuel or someone else. Look, I'm not gonna walk in and tell you what you should be doing with the motel, but cut them a break, will you? We'd probably be shutting our doors without them. Damien's really trying here. They could do with a raise or a bonus or something. What am I doing? This isn't a voicemail conversation. Call me when you get this. February 25th. Reprehensibility for Chapter 6. Hold on, the cat's reopened my door, so I'm going to nudge it shut. It's not enough to, like, fully close it completely, but it's enough to, like, block out some of the noise from my parents' TV. Oh, pardon. Soda giving me some excess air. Yeah, for the last time, I am not getting more fish. It makes me sick. I need it. Yeah, and I need $1 million. We can't all get what we want, Slicey. Oh. The couple are arguing again. Content warning. Cannibalism. Demi makes a joke to himself about eating their boss for sport. Though it's fairly graphic, it's a brief mention in text only. I'd feel kind of bad for Margaret, but at the same time, I'm kind of having a hard time seeing, I'm having a hard time seeing the downside of consuming him. You know, outside of, like, the police record if we're caught. If Demian was any less tired, or if Slyce was any less hungry, they would have taken a moment to skim through their pay, cash delivered in a crisp white envelope. It felt lighter than it should reasonably be, but right now their main goal is to go on a food run. That's not to say they're okay with Carl cooking the books on their hours, though. Of course not. They don't give a shit about anyone else but skimping on Demian fucking Zhao's money. I mean, let's be real here. Margaret herself told us the others are planning to skip out, so I don't think it's just Demian's hours that are getting cooked. Unforgivable, really. Demian may seem like they're taking it lying down, but mark their words. They are fuming. Carl overworks the hell out of Demian to keep them tired, because if left unchecked, they probably would have eaten him already. They wouldn't even do it for nutrition. Demian thinks they'd tear at his throat solely for sport. Miriam isn't working today. Like Demian, she takes shifts later in the night. Admittedly, it's a bit lonely without her, but to be honest, they just want to get in and get out. Yeah, we're not really doing that if she keeps trying to chat us up every time. They got time to kill before their next shift starts, and they'd rather spend it by themselves with Slyce. Yet you do not wish to feed me what I desire. I just told you, I will literally throw up if I eat any more fish. Slyce isn't the only one who's vying for better food, either. The longer they've been bound to it, the pickier Demian's tastes have become. They stick their face into a walk-in freezer to look through the frozen vegetable selection. Fresh would be better. Unfortunately, their budget doesn't really mesh well with better. Feeding Slyce without dipping into rent money is hard enough. They grab a bag of frozen broccoli, hesitation creeping by them before they can throw it in their shopping basket. It's like $3. Do we really need vegetables that bad? Cannot live on fried instant noodles forever. Would make you feel better. Yeah, but for $3, I get a 6-pack of ramen for 2, and that's dinner for a week. 6-pack. Yeah, that would just about be the entire week. It's just one short. At the cost of health. Fuck, man, why is everything healthy gotta be so expensive? Companies want humans weak, unable to uprise, cannot take power back, or back power, my belief. You know what? Yeah, that makes too much sense. Someone shuffles to the cooler left of Demian. Where the drinks are stored. They don't turn to look at the person, instead finally making their choice and chucking the broccoli into the basket. The wire handles dig into their bony palm, pressing red marks into the skin. The other freezer doors swing open. Another puff of frigid air stings the tip of their nose. Slyce retreats further into their guts, burrowing itself bit by bit within their bone marrows and absorbing itself within Damian's pancreas. Ugh. Hey, excuse me, the man to the left of Demian speaks up. Could you get me the soda here? The green one? I can't really reach it myself. Do I look like I work here? Yeah, sure. Thanks. His voice is thick in a familiar accent. He sidles aside as Demian takes his spot. Being 6 feet tall has its perks, but being delegated to the guy who has to reach the top shelf for everyone isn't one of them. Oh. Yeah. Nevertheless, they whirl around with the plastic bottle in hand. They lock gazes with gray eyes that have always had a layer of sadness behind them. Brown hair that once hung below his shoulders is now cut barely above the nape of their neck. His gaunt face has filled out over the years, they notice. He blinks and raises his eyebrows. Demian? Wickus? Demian's surprise is just as palpable. Holy shit, it's been years, man! Yeah, I didn't think I'd see you again, Demian. Did you still go by that? Don't worry, still me. It takes a few seconds for Demian to remember why they have an icy bottle of soda in their hands. They jut their arm out. My name, I mean Demian. I still go by Demian. Wickus keeps the frigid bottle in his hands. You look nice. I like your hair. I like your earrings. His hand reaches up to touch the earrings dangling from his lobes, made of white enamel shaped like crescent moons. Ooh, those are pretty. Thanks. I got them a few years ago. Yeah, like, Demian, is this, like, the ex you were talking about before? Also, hold on a second. Dad sneezed. The elephant in the room hangs over their heads. When Demian was a sophomore in high school, they dated Wickus. Oh, okay, so this is the ex. Their relationship limped along for far longer than it should have. Demian got tired and ended it after 3 hollow years, as abruptly as they started it. Even now, Demian hesitates to use the term boyfriend to describe what they'd had with him. Shitty weather we've been having, huh? Demian says. Oh, God, this is awkward as shit. They break away from his gaze. The question that undoubtedly fills Wickus's mind goes unsaid. How are you doing? What have you been up to all this time? Demian frowns deep. The story of their adulthood isn't a palatable one. When things are going shit, I'm normally one to soften the blow, but I think, given Demian's circumstances, it may just be better for us to be blunt. My life's gone to shit, Snyman. Well, there's no use lying to him. The look of pity on his face makes the anger in the bottom of their stomach bubble up a little more. Demian doesn't want pity. They don't want a hug, and to be told, it's alright, Zhao, just keep thinking good thoughts. And above all, they don't want his pity. They've had enough of it years ago. Oh. He shuffles one foot behind the other. I didn't know. Sorry about that. What happened? You want to talk about it? Let me guess, you think you're gonna swoop in again and say you can fix all my problems? What can I say? Demian gestures up as if to brush him aside. They wish they had a cigarette tucked behind... Bleh. They wish they had a cigarette tucked between their fingers. You think I hang around here for the fun of it? Look around you, bud. I ain't exactly living on Main Street. The contempt is practically dripping off their tongue. Wow, that's bad, he says after a long period of silence. He twists the bottle in his hand, looking for something to fidget with. Yeah, no shit. But enough about me, Demian says as they shake their head. What about you? What brought you here to our utopia? I'm going to be visiting my uncle tomorrow. I stopped here to get some supplies before I head off, he says. Oh, what's up with him? Wickus looks down and touches the back of his neck. He purses his lips a little, like the words are stuck on his tongue. It's not really a big thing. He just, well, you remember him, right? He was there that time you were at my place for Christmas. Right, they'd completely blocked that out. Demian doesn't like thinking about that time. They'd only gone to Wickus's house because Daddy Dearest picked another fight with Mother for some bullshit offense to his ego or something. 16-year-old Demian had snuck out of the window and sprinted to his place when their parents turned to throwing things at each other. Oh no. Oh, yeah, I remember that, they say. Demian's voice is flatter than they'd like. Yeah, frailer guy, gray hair, about this tall. He had hip surgery the other week, and I'm going over to his place to help him out a little. God, Demi wishes they had an uncle to come crawling to when the going gets tough. I mean, is it really them crawling to their uncle? Like, if they're going to help him... You don't need anyone like that, you know. We are together as one. If everything comes to an end, we will still be together. That's nice of you, Demian says before pausing. Don't tell me he lives in this shithole. Part of it is out of pity, admittedly. Kingsfield is no place to have a real life in. If you ask Demian, the only reason to voluntarily move here is if you're a geezer with no fucks left to give and a retirement fund to burn through. Kingsfield is a city that makes you broke and keeps you broke. The other part is the harrowing idea of running into their ex more than once. Yeah? Okay. Nah, he's a little while away. I've still got a few hours to go till I get there, Wickus says. I've been driving for too long now. My head's been killing me. I just need some recharging before I make the last stretch. It's my Borb! Hey Raven, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. We have alcohol and veins in our tapeworms, or tapeworms in our veins. And unfortunately we're having a very awkward encounter with an ex in this game. Why does Demian feel so empty at the idea of him leaving again? Hey, are you free for a while? We could catch up over coffee if you like. Lucas asks. It'd be nice, don't you think? Like the old days. Don't go. Cannot stand him. Their thoughts blank out. Well, you know... Dude, don't be a dick. Wickus did nothing wrong. It was my fault we ended on such a sour note anyway. He never wanted you. You never wanted him. Save your breath on better things. Before either Wickus or Slyce can sway them any further, Demian shoots off their final response. My butt is in Ireland. It is full of Irish people. Ah, I hope you're having fun with the Irish folk. Hope it is a fun trip and the weather treats you well. I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of seeing Slyce as a metaphor of the dark thoughts one has, where when you end up in a dark place, you end up self-isolating because of those thoughts. So we're gonna spite Slyce and say, yeah, I'd like to go. Well, hang on. They don't need to date. They can just be friends, ideally. Hopefully. So yeah, it's good. Seen a lot of things. Got to see a spooky wake museum tomorrow. Ah, kick ass. Is it like about the history of wakes in the funeral industry? Or is it like ocean themed? Because both can be spooky. Yep, and from what I know, Ireland has their own culture when it comes to funerals and death. It'll probably be about that. Hell yeah! I hope to hear about it. Yeah, fuck it. Demian needs a friend in these trying times. Sure, they blurt out. I'd like to go. Demian ignores the buzzing in their chest, instead grounding themselves in reality with a look of delight upon Wickus's face. The snarling moves up from their ribs and into the back of their head. Slyce can make its disapproval as obvious as it wants, but that's not going to stop Demian from trying to have a good time for once in the past 4 years. Hey, that's great. Here, I gotta pay for all this and put it in my car, but I'll be back soon. My poor wallet. Park your car somewhere else if it's on 51st Street. We've had like 3 carjackers there last month. Wickus slows his steps. Huh? People around here are desperate, man. Demian doesn't even falter. One of my neighbors couldn't leave this dump for a week because someone stole his whole fucking engine. Not even like a catalytic converter. Good God! How do you steal an engine? Those things are in like, swear between like 500 to 1,000 pounds. What the fuck? Also, Raven, your poor feet. And also, hi, Hurts Bubba. Welcome in. Finally caught a stream. Yeah. You're just in time. Oh, stealing an engine is easy. Just pick it up. With what, though? With what? A wheelie suitcase, obviously. Oh, yeah. Oh, God. Now I'm just imagining my fucking cousins taking an engine in a fucking wheelie suitcase. Oh my God. They're met with a blank stare. What? You think this whole place is as good as the casino strips? Ha! I wish. They snort to themselves. Look, just trust me on this. Get your shit and make sure your car isn't on 51st. Scaring off the tourists is probably bad for business, but frankly, Demian doesn't care. Better he's disillusioned than looted, they supposed. Honestly, yeah, Demian, that's pretty good. Let's say pure determination and moron strength. Oh no. Right. Good to know. Let him suffer. Deserves it. If someone yanks his engine, he won't be able to leave, meaning we'll have to deal with him more. It growls deeper. Demian holds back their laughter at how much it sounds like a microwave. So canonically, Slyce sounds like the dull hum of a microwave when angry. I don't know why, but I love that so much. What growl sounds like a microwave? Slyce. Slyce is the parasitic worm creature that currently lives within Demian. Imagine walking through the forest and hearing exactly. Oh God. Oh, we're just going straight to the coffee shop. Fuck yeah, let's go. So, I had to tell her, ma'am, I just work here. I'm not the rat king or something. Demian chuckles to himself, swirling the red stir around in their coffee. Miguel warming up the tamales! Ah, yes, the resident SCP of the channel. Actually... Oh, God. I kind of want to make it a thing where, like, a pixelated Miguel is just rolling his car through. Meanwhile, some, like, SCP scientists are chasing after him, like, wait, we want one! Just chasing him with their money. I heard tamales, who's sharing? Get new emote. Oh, hell yeah, that is an idea. Ah. Delicious, delicious Whimsky and soda. Rickus's laugh sounds nice. It's the kind of thing they would have liked to hear more when they were a teenager. Cracking up over inside jokes and cheesy movies. I thought I heard meowing. He slings an arm over the back of the cafe's chair, a soft smile upon his face. You're hilarious, he says. I don't know how you think of these things on the spot. It's all the TV I watched as a kid. That's how I learned English, too. Oh, I did that too. After my family and I moved to America, I'd watch so many older movies to catch up. Oh, dude, did you also get picked on for talking like a gangster from the 30s or something else like that? Because I sure did. Oh, God, oh no. No, that's just my ghost cat, Kenny. Don't mind him. Aw. Ghost cat, ghost cat, ghost cat. We got plenty of ghost cats around here. I sound like a cowboy for way too long. Oh, no. Demian fails to suppress their smile. They can hear it in their head, with a mix of Wickus's natural accent and an over-exaggerated Wild West accent. Wickus rests his chin on his hand and looks out the window. It started raining right when they ordered their coffees. Demian's gonna hate walking back home in the full downpour, but right now, they're going to just enjoy the moment. See, it's either my ghost cat or people can hear my schizophrenia. Uh-oh. The voices have gotten louder. Now 2 people can hear. The pattering on the roof of the building is a soothing melody. Where have you been, Demian? He asks. I did miss you, you know. I thought we'd be able to keep touch after we graduated, but it's like you dropped off the face of the earth. They turn their gaze downwards and tell Wickus their unfortunate coming out story. Minus the grittier details, of course. So, I moved here on my last dollar, they say with a shrug. I'm only staying because it's all I can afford. Don't know if you can tell, but I hate it here, really. I thought Kingsfield was a dream come true, but it's been awful. Local government put all the money into building bigger and flashier tourist traps. Everyone beyond Main Street, though? Well, we can eat shit and die for all the mayor cares. Oh, I'm sorry. They slurp down the dregs of their coffee. Don't be. I've made my peace with it for now. Don't lie to him. What am I supposed to say? Yeah, no, I hate the fact I still love my father. Sorry, Wickus. Do you even hear yourself? Wickus waves a hand back and forth as emphasis. You may have, but that's terrible. That's still terrible. Watch this. He's gonna say, you should go back in contact with them. They're your only family. It's better than this shithole. I mean, you're their only child. Why would they kick you out over this silly little thing? I mean, it's not really silly. I know how important it is for you, but it should be it would be such a non-issue. You weren't robbing people or getting hooked on drugs or something. Wait, huh? He's playing into your emotions. Do not trust him. And the person who made this is the wonderful, illustrious, awesome Trinket! I have been eager to play this game. I was so happy when the other 2 games I made, like, finally finished out really close to when she released this. I am so happy. I have been enjoying it thus far. It's a very heavy game, but written very well. This is a nice game. Reminds me of how I used to draw anime back then. I love it. Oh, they gotta get the script. Oh yeah, she wrote all of it. Like, and all of the CGs is her too. Like, everything. And the thing that boggles my mind is this is all RPG Maker. And, of all the things I have heard her say in regard to this game, you can very well bet that she does not recommend making a visual novel in RPG Maker. See, been here only a few minutes and I love the script so far. Oh yeah, it is masterfully done. I adore this so much. They blink. Yeah, pretty much. They just got mad I wasn't the perfect little puppet. I'm sorry, I didn't know. Your family never talks about you anymore. Whenever I tried to ask, I got... what's the term? Frozen in? Iced out. Yes, iced out! No one would tell us anything. Hell, your family moved out last year. Well, Demian can't say they're surprised by their family's antics. It's just... You were that worried about me? Of course! A lump forms in their throat. Even after I... Pat, pat, pat. I received head pats and go get that spaghetti. And we'll continue with the scene. I know we weren't the best for each other, Demian, Wicca says, his voice soft. But I did like being around you, as friends. I didn't know how to show it then. You really knew how to make me laugh, and we had some good times together. Didn't we? The aching is unbearable. They have to say something. If Demian doesn't, they'll never be able to forgive themselves. God, they sound so selfish, don't they? I mean, you were a teen then, you're a young adult now, and you're kind of just struggling. So it's like you... Being selfish can make a person come across as very shitty, but sometimes extenuating circumstances can give you some amount of grace. And Demian, you are in the struggle gutter. Huh. See, I'm making enough for Burb and the whole chat. Oh, hell yeah! Worried about their own stupid thoughts more than anything else. But you don't need to apologize. He was the one who dragged it on for years. Brought you to the brink of misery. Made you yearn for a death. There is nothing that must be said. No going back now. What happened in the game thus far? So going from the very start of the game, we see Demian struggling to live in a shithole in the wall motel where they live. They got kicked out in the events preceding the game by their family for being non-binary. And they've been living in the motel ever since. Like, there's literally nothing else they could do. I believe it was stated that Demian is 23, so they have been living there roughly since they graduated high school. At least if I have the events of the game's story straight. So if we assume that he graduated at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, so they've been living there for 5 years, living and working in that hotel for 5 years. Oh, motel for 5 years. Roughly. And then one night, after they had a major breakdown, they stumbled across a woman who was vomiting in the motel dumpster. She said, hey, don't look for me, and just booked it away. And Demian, looking to see if it was something they needed to clean up and worry about, looked inside the dumpster. And it was a pile of worms looking thing. And it was whispering sweet nothings into their psyche. And then Demian fucking touched it. Turns out, it's some kind of eldritch abomination creature thing that needs a host to quote-unquote bloom. We do not know what blooming entails, but it is assumed to not be pleasant. I'm assuming it would be Slyce actively taking control over Demian's body and using it as their own. But that's just my own lyrical theory on that, from the limited information provided. Anyhow, they have been living with this parasite in their body for the past going on 2 months now. And they keep craving more flesh to feed Slyce. Is the other guy a pile of worms? No, only Demian is partially a pile of worms. Oh, hail Borb, hail Leather G, well, come in, hope you're doing well. I'm just going over the story of this game. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm pretty sure Slyce is just the metaphor for negative thoughts we have when we are at rock bottom and end up lashing out. So, and I'm actively making the choices of, yeah, no, we're not gonna be like that. Because when you're at rock bottom, you really don't want to burn your bridges. Not unless it's well warranted anyway. Carl is a bridge I'm happy to have Demian devour, though. But anyway, going on with bridges, hey, Wickus, I'm sorry. It's about time they put aside their ego and apologize. Nothing to apologize for. Wickus, Demian swirls the stirrer around. The little red stick looks like a sailboat, about to be sucked into a whirlpool and never seen again. Wickus is their ex from high school, who had apparently continued to try to stay in touch with Demian and be friends, but due to Demian being kicked out of the house, and his family just... Essentially, Demian became dead to their family the moment they were outed. Which, Demian did not even come out to their parents on their own terms. Their cousin found out that they were non-binary, and then told their family. So, you know, their shitheel cousin fucked them over. I'm sorry. I put you through so much while we were dating. You didn't deserve any of it. I was going through a lot back then, with my family and school but it's not an excuse for acting like a tool. I wish I could have been better to you. I ignored you less. Told you why it wasn't working out for me. Fuck. They've always been awful at apologies. The truth is, I just wasn't ready to date. I mean, I'm still not, honestly. But back then, I felt like I had to. Like, I was a failure if I hadn't gone out and dated and broken up with at least one person by prom. And I hurt you because of it. Because I was only thinking about myself. Demian's only hope is that Wickus gets the sentiment behind their words. And you don't even have to forgive me. Wouldn't forgive me either, honestly. I understand if it helps any. I think I'm ace too. I think I was ace in high school too. I didn't hate you. It was just a me thing. He places a hand on theirs. The stirrer grows still, and the whirlpool lightens its hold. Hey, Demian. Like I said, I wasn't ready either. I get it. The clump of sorrow in their throat is still there, but their smile is genuine. You know, I really did like being around you by the time it was all over. I know I was a dick about dumping you, but I thought you were nice. Not... just not as a boyfriend. I wish I'd asked you to be my friend and not a partner. I think we'd have both been happier. Well, hey, now's as good a time as any. You know that old phrase, planting the tree years ago was best, but it's still good to plant it now. We could still be friends. Sure, I'd like that. Maybe that little boat really would find its way onto shore. Another chance for another day. Swallow your pride and earn your forgiveness in Chapter 6. Hell yeah! See, I'm gonna attempt to sleep. I'm gonna listen in, though. We rented a student flat thing, but I got my tablet. Okay, Raven. I bid you sweet dreams, and I hope you get good rest and enjoy the rest of your trip tomorrow and for the days to come. Ah. Wikus holds a large umbrella over their heads. The coffee was $4 down the drain, but Demian figures it's a small price for a rekindled friendship. They talked with him a while more along the way to his car. His father finally opened that computer repair business he'd always wanted. The first year was a bit of a struggle, but after business picked up, Wikus' family was able to live comfortably. Hell yeah! Demian smiles and says it's great. His family deserved that kind of peace. Demian pushes down the urge to vomit black sludge, to Slyce's dismay. If only things had been different. Their little stroll down Main Street had been a brief glimpse into a better life. A life you could still have, Demian. You gotta hold out hope. But that doesn't mean it would never be attainable. Exactly! Exactly! If they reach out a little further and grasp Lucas's hand, maybe he would finally pull them out of the gutter. Together, Demian could see the stars one day. Hey, Lucas says while shaking his umbrella closed. Could I drive you to your place? I don't want you getting all soggy. Demian snorts at his choice of words, though not unkindly. It makes them think of a doll made to look like them, being dunked into a bucket of soapy water. I'm sorry, I'm just imagining Demian. It's that, the plushy milk meme, but instead it's just like soapy water. Wikus is just like dunking them in it, pulling them out, and then just like flinging them at the wall and going splat. I don't know why. I'll be fine, they lie. Don't worry about me. It's just a block or something away. You sure? Yeah, don't worry about it, man. You got a while to go before you get to your uncle, right? I can still make a detour for you, really. Like you said, it's only a block away. Wikus climbs into the driver's seat. Demian leans into the roll-down window. Once again, they're grateful for their shorter haircut. If it'd been any longer, a thick brown mop would be ruining Wikus' car right about now. Thought of Wikus seeing the squalor Demian lives in sends a pang of unease. Seriously, don't worry about it, they insist. But, in case I don't see you around, how about I get your number? I don't want to lose contact again. Yeah, sure, that works. I'll probably be on the road for a while, but I'll text you once I get to my hotel. Take all the time you need. I'll be here forever, Demian says with a shrug. And with one last goodbye, Wikus drives off into the fog. The thread's already been woven. With a little bit of effort and a lot of luck, it won't be cut again. Demian smiles softly to himself in the rain. Slyce can gripe about the cold all it wants. They'll be pretty damn happy for a while. Monstricide, Chapter 7. Dun dun dun. Content warning. Body horror scene. Scenes contains an in-depth segment about Demian being pulled open and crudely dissected, along with mentions of looking and feeling like a corpse. The segment is illustrated, though the images are minimalistic. Blood and gore. There are multiple illustrations depicting blood, violence, gore throughout the segment, even if the images are minimalistic. Violence. The treatment of multiple parties can be considered cruel and violent, including pulling off tongues and splitting someone's head open with an axe. This segment is graphically described in text and shown in minimalistic illustrations. Murder. This segment is a heavy graphic dream sequence about Demian's slow murder, and how they feel it's deserved or undeserved depending on the player's route. Text is in-depth, and the entire segment is illustrated, though minimalistic. Child abuse. Text described Demi being hit for placing stickers on their ceiling as a child. It is not depicted through illustrations. Yeah, dear, I better take a sip of my drink. Ah, and follow it up with a bit of water, 'cause alcohol and soda does not wet the whistle proper. But they dream of red again. It is not the color of love tonight. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Well. In Demian's feverish dreams, Miriam laughs and pulls their guts from their belly. They scream and try to stop her. She reels back her axe and strikes them in the skull. The imagined blow does not end the nightmare, does not awaken them. Also, I really like the effect of making, like, her outlines glow. That's really a nice touch. And then, like, with the filter it's put on top, I like it. It's a nice touch. I know it's been like the whole time getting more intense and less intense as the game has gone on and for different scenes, but still. Rotten brain tissue spills from the wound. Wild eyes roll up to stare at it. It's black and red and full of maggots. Let go of me, they choke out. The prying hands of Wickus rip their tongue off in one clean motion. Miriam's glasses are spattered in crimson. It's all useless. They're rotten on the inside. There's no organs to use. It's all been eaten by that thing. That smile is so sweet, it's downright wicked. Even without a tongue, and their blood filling their lips, Demian gurgles. Why? Because you're a monster, she says with a laugh. That's all you are, and it's all you'll ever be. I'm just showing everyone who you are on the inside. Wickus's voice tangles around their heart. There's no hard feelings, it's just taking out the trash. Monster side, if you will. It's what your family would have wanted. Miriam says it so nicely, like she's giggling in between her words. You were always so afraid of being found out, weren't you? Every waking moment, you were scared someone would dig too deep and see all the ugly secrets you hide away. Because those secrets are you, he says. You know that, right? Everything you tried to hide away from us, from the world, from yourself, those are all of you. The real you. Leave me alone. Miriam titters to herself as she cracks their ribcage open in one clean swing of the axe. Their bones unfurl, like hitting a chocolate orange. You tried so hard to pretend you were one of us, didn't you? You tried to pretend you're not a monster, but we all know the truth. He laughs. We all knew. You don't deserve to be called a human. Call for me. I will save you. Demian's breath is forced, the blood filling their throat to the brim. Each breath rattles their body, vivisected and dismembered until their body was naught but a flower of flesh and blood. The cocoon was ripped open, but the butterfly's corpse was flayed into a mockery of itself. Miriam reaches up, dragging her hand down Demian's cheek. Trails of blood streak across the tan skin. Don't worry, it's not like we're killing anything worth grieving. It's just you. It's only monster side. The word echoes in their mind, reverberating on itself until all becomes a deafening sob. Monster side. That's right. That's all Demian is, a monster. Monsters must be crushed. Their bodies must be torn to shreds, cremated to make sure it never stands up again. Because a monster is so wretched, so broken and evil, it's just better to kill it before it can hurt anyone. So what if you're as vile as she says? Don't monsters deserve to live too? You're not the one splitting an innocent to pieces. No, I don't want to hurt her. She's ripping you open. She deserves to die. She's right. I'm a monster. It's all I'll ever be. They're not afraid anymore. Miriam is doing the world a favor. Cutting a monster to bits will save thousands from its bestial self. They look her in the eye, as if in a silent acceptance. It's okay, they're saying. Cut it out of me. I'm sorry, they try to choke out. The blood drowns their words. Set yourself free. I'm not with you. When I'm with you, I'm just a monster. Spill the innards, accept your fate in Chapter 7's dream. Oh. They scream and pull themselves awake. Thick blonde hair sticks to their face. It's just a dream. Just a dream. That's all. The ceiling is a familiar sight after the constant nightmares. It would be the same ceiling for a while, before changing as abruptly as changing clothes. First, their reality check after dream would be their childhood room, with stickers shaped like stars and moons plastered on. Demian wonders if their father scraped those things off. They'd stuck it on in secret, and was rewarded with a hearty slap or 10 when he looked up. Then there were the ceilings of people who begrudged the poor, downtrodden Nineberry kid, kicked out by their family. Their rooms were a rotating kaleidoscope of colors and textures. Never did Demian stay long enough to immortalize one as their go-to happy place. Whoa. And then finally, when they wake up, screaming and sobbing now, the crumbling roof of the restful night motel is what greets their eyes. Their dreams have been getting worse. Well, that does wrongly imply said dreams have been okay or tolerable. Demian supposes a better way to explain it would be something like this. There's a baseline level of horrific visions their dreams usually present, like a basement flooded to the ankles. Ever since the bond with Slyce, the level of terror has been slowly rising. The rainy season rolled in and more water is filling the room. Eventually, that basement is going to be completely unusable. If things didn't change, Demian wouldn't be able to take a single step without wading neck-deep in a nightmare. Their dreams would escalate to the idea of cutting into a fleshy tiramisu to see their mother's eyes gazing unblinkingly at them. If the dreams got bad enough, Demian would stare it back before popping it into their mouth. They'd only pull themselves out of the phantasm after thinking it tasted like home. Ew. They do not sit up. The lack of smell is what hangs in the air. To anyone else, this would be a strange thing to notice. That being said, Demian had finally scraped up enough energy the other day to give their own room a real deep clean. For Demian standards, a room that doesn't reek of mold is a pleasant change. Now the filthiest thing in here was a titan in their bones. I think you're getting to me, Demian says. Don't be like that. Not every bad dream or stomachache is my doing. You're right, but this one just felt wrong. You're just stressed out about your work, that's all. The dream was still vivid in Demian's head. They looked down at their hands. Their fingers are trembling, the skin damp with sweat. Demian's stomach was haunted by a deep pit that wouldn't leave. If they somehow got back to sleep, they would undoubtedly be brought right back to the nightmare. And they've got time. Today was second shift. They had the whole morning and half an afternoon to calm down and get some rest. I'm going out. I need to clear my head. Don't let the dream bother you, Demian. Even if the people did not hurt you, you don't need them. It's not for you, dumbass. I have laundry to do anyway. Yes, that's right. Demian is going to retreat into the early morning city fog and do whatever they can to scrub the rut from all their belongings. Elbow. Oh man, that's an old picture. It had like, I think it's like the Siegfried guys who had the white tiger. I don't think they've had that act for a number of years since the mauling. Laundry day is a damn good day, if Demian says so himself. It's their one time of the week they get to poke their grubby head out of the Kingsfield slums and become forgotten in the mess of flashy lights. It's an unnecessary splurge, of course. Really, they're sure if they took a good look, they'd find another coin-operated laundromat somewhere closer to where they live. But they deserve a little treat in life. Apparently, that treat is taking a 30-minute detour into the tourist trap front of Kingsfield Beach. Demi likes to pretend they're one of the many people passing by them on the sidewalk, undoubtedly with a brighter outlook than they'd have. Maybe in another life, they could have been one of the college students flocking to this casino and that nightclub with their gaggle of friends. All the friends have genuine smiles plastered across naive faces. It should have been me. Demian pulls her cloth face mask up, further to hide from the biting chill. Shoving their hands in their pockets, they ripped their jealous glare away from the posse. Off they went, further downtown. Not as many people as they'd expect. The horde streams in during the summer days, New Year's Eve, and fucking Valentine's Day, of all things. But honestly, the Valentine's doesn't surprise me all that too terribly much. They're not complaining, at least. They have enough people to deal with at home. Demian's feet slow to a halt. They lean against the edge of a building. A flitting fantasy of melding into the bricks for eternity zips by them. Tired eyes absorb the sight of false promises and beautiful daydreams etched in neon. Breathtaking, isn't it? Yes. Makes you wonder what life could have been like if things had been different. You only dream of it because you have only known the worst. The rotten underbelly festers within every inch. What do you expect? It's a casino city. There's always a sucker who gambles his grandma's life savings to try to make it big. Yeah, you did the same thing. Well, that was flat broke. They sigh and close their eyes. Makes you think, this whole place is rotten, but everything looks perfect. It is perfection because it is artificial. It is a simulation of reality. Everything here is man-made, you know. You're not gonna see anything organic unless you're looking at mold in the bathroom. Not what I meant. Humans cannot stand to gaze upon imperfection. They build their civilizations to be without fault. It can be beautiful, yet it scares me. It scares me too, honestly. It'd be so easy to get lost for good in Kingsfield. The unwanted becomes forgotten, as if they never existed. Would anyone find their corpse in a timely manner? Probably not. Or would they be rotting away, only to be discovered in a liquefied state when their body starts to stink? Probably. This place is not a home. It can never be a home. It's about time to collect their laundry, isn't it? Demian hoists themselves up and keeps on walking. Warmth and light streams from the windows around them. That's one of the few perks of Kingsfield's hotspots. No matter how late at night Demian would prowl around, there was always something going on for them to gawk at. It really helps calm their nerves during the typical Demian bout of I don't know what those mean, so I'm just gonna not butcher it, okay? Anyway, a Chinese term that roughly translates to reclaiming some iota of control in their life by staying up way too late. Ah, I see. The Stew Pickles approach to life, making the chocolate pudding at 3 a.m. I understand. What if I ran away from everything again? Demian. Look, I know what I said that time. About how you can't just drop everything and leave without Daddy to fund you. Not what I meant. You'll probably learn a bit more about this whole money thing soon. See, we humans did a real boneheaded move and put so much value on colorful pieces of paper, so now we can't get food or other stuff without it. There appear to be people closing in, Demian. I think that's what, Slyce is trying to warn about. You're not listening to me. In my defense, I slept through most of my economics classes. Like, I know we can't just give everyone everything, it's just... Demian. Ouch. Ah, fuck. Content warning. Body horror. Both choices contain in-depth segment of Slyce twisting Demian to protect themselves better. One twist depicts a rotten arm pulling itself from their mouth and throat. The illustration is drawn in a minimalistic style. Text describes this body horror graphically and with illustrations. Blood and gore. There are multiple illustrations depicting blood, violence, and gore throughout the segment. Images drawn in minimalistic style and full color. Violence. Entire segment is graphically violent and knives used to attack people. Oh, so Demian is just getting straight fucking mugged. That's lovely. Disembowelment. Choosing to hit back will trigger an extremely violent segment. Oh, fuck. Ending in a character being disemboweled and putting said intestines back inside. The aftermath of this disembowelment is shown visually, and text graphically describes the healing process, though the screen is blurred whenever the organs are on screen. Good to know. Now they're in a turmoil. Demian only came to their senses as strong hands yanks them by the back of their hoodie. They didn't even realize it was a push or a pull until a second later. They stumble, slip, and are dragged into the dark alleyway and slammed against a wall by two men obscured in the shadows. Oh god. Something cold and metallic presses against the back of their neck. Empty your pockets, shouts the one in the green hoodie. He points a switchblade knife toward their face. Now! Shit. Hey, look, listen man, I literally don't have anything on me, they choke. The one holding you also has a knife. Yeah, no shit! The guy behind Demian snarls on their ear. You think we're fucking playing here? Huh? Hey, dude, I do not have any money on me, Demian says, voice pitched higher than normal. Their words seem to tumble out on top of one another. Like at all, I'm serious, man. Green hoodie squeezes the handle of his knife. It digs deeper into the skin. Phone then, your watch. I don't have either. I literally do not have a phone with me. Demian coughs hard. They choke out. Dude, I'm so fucking broke, man. I don't have anything on me at all. Shut the fuck up! Sneak attack guy roars. Already Demian can feel their ears ringing. He's so close they can feel his hot breath on their right earlobe. Oh, God! Oh, no! You can't see it, but I'm crumpling in on myself at the thought. No, Demian, no. The sensation makes their skin crawl. Demian slaps their lips shut. Green hoodie gestures towards his buddy and growls, "Search him, now." Before they can protest, Demian is thrown against the freezing concrete wall. A muffled gasp escapes their lips. They try to fight back, shove one of them off, and leg it, but to call their useless failing pathetic would be doing it a favor. The silvery knife bites against their neck as thieving hands tug and forge around for any spare cash they might have. Call for my power. Green hoodie is the first to stop. What the fuck? I told you! They can't help the forlorn tone in their voice. Demian is hurled against the ground. Pitiful attempts to brace himself go unnoticed by the sheer force of the abuse. The concrete scrapes against their hands and wrists. Waste of our damn time! Sneak attack kicks Demian in the ribs. A loud, hard gasp is forced from their throat. Fresh pain zings their nerves. Demian tries to hoist himself up on an arm. Perhaps out of anger, Green Hoodie joins in with a stomp to their leg. They collapse to the ground with a snort and a shriek. They can't get away. Help me. A closed fist from one of the muggers strikes their jaw. Demian screams. They're met with a slam to the bridge of their nose. Ow! Fuck! The crack that echoes in their skull is sickening. Every shriek goes unnoticed. Please, get me out of here. The barrage won't stop. Call for me. When they were younger, Demian thought they wanted to die. They realize now, lying here on the ground and being pummeled to a pulp, that was never true. In actuality, they wanted to live more than anything else. They just wanted out of their old life. But they won't be able to if this where it ends. But they won't be able to if this is where it ends. I swear I can read. Please, please, please help. I should have listened to you. I don't want to die. Please help. I like this. I like this. Let's not have Demian be disemboweled, because I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen given the description before. See, that's the body horror thing that's being mentioned again. Violence. So it's the same thing from earlier. I will protect you. One of them slashes at bare skin and carves open a wound. Demian's body jerks forward. Demian doesn't realize they were freed from the men's grip until they hit the ground. They roll onto their back, their stomach, their back again before jutting out an arm to stop themselves. There is no pain. Maybe it's Slyce is blocking it. Who knows? Green Hoodie scrambles for his knife. They lunge at him and rip it straight from his hands. Open wounds start weeping blood as they grab the knife in both hands, splitting skin and tearing meat. Their palms keep on gushing. Black tendrils burst from the openings, wrapping around their arms like fleshy gauntlets. The men gasp and jump back. From Demian's wounds, oozing tentacles bulge through the flesh and root itself in their bones. Some act like a second layer of skin, protecting them from all the harm that comes their way. Others curve their beautiful, wicked appendages into the smog-filled skies. The pain melts away into euphoria. Green Hoodie is the first to speak. What the fuck are you? It doesn't matter, they choke out. Just leave me alone, please. One of them holds a knife out to defend himself. Demian is too delirious to see who. Yet they can see the tremble in his shoulders. His hands are shaking. Let's just pull them off him. Leave me alone. They have to force the words from their tongue. Just leave me alone. Oh, too late. They're lunch. Vines of flesh and veins like tapeworms rip forward. Name drop! I know this is a serious scene, but come on! Hell yeah. Black tendrils swirl through the air, ripping away the men in their feeble attempts to split Demian's belly open. It's not just impressive, it's downright elegant. When Demian was a child, they had once watched a woman dancing on stage. Her wine-red cheongsam flitted behind her with each step, the dress's floral pattern weaving a petal trail in their mind. To the untrained eye, her dance would be wild, rhythmless. But Demian knew the filthy secret of the passion. They'd danced long enough to ruin their feet. Without a single word, they understood the sleepless nights and agonizing injuries she'd gone through, all to make such a frantic, perfect dance. Slyce pirouetted through into the night, just like her. For a single breath, they are weightless. Every step, every spin, Demian is a spore caught in the wind. Nitty-gritty details all blur together. If someone asked Demian who threw the fifth punch, which man knocked the wind out of them, they wouldn't be able to tell. It's like the recollection of the time they almost drowned as a child, Even if they don't remember the face of the lifeguard or the atrocities their father hurled at their direction, they can still recall the sunlight glimmering through the pool's surface. Today, the water's shimmer is the feeling of their knuckles bruising. Their shoulders pull away, far enough it could crack, and they slam their fist into someone's nose. One man drops his knife. They laugh. It is long, loud, and unapologetic. They've always been the kind of guy who laughs to relieve stress. One tentacle wraps around a man's neck. Demian's whole body convulses with euphoria. Jerking forward, it throws him far, far away from them. He screams as his useless body slams to the ground. He seems okay. They hope so, anyway. Meanwhile, the dude's just like twitching on the ground in the Family Guy meme death pose. His head didn't hit the ground, and they didn't hear anything break. One gives up and runs. They don't know who. Doesn't matter. What's he gonna do? Call the cops? They fought their way to survival. Each breath they take is one stolen from the night. Demian isn't supposed to die here. Their love for the other kept them from dying at the edge of a knife. Their body aches, screams for relief. The open sores that ooze with tendrils languish in the agony. But Demian can't stop now. They can't stop until they're the only one standing. 1,000 cicadas buzzing in their skull drown out everything except their most primal, brutal instinct. Oh. The knife clatters to the concrete. It's a harsh noise that punches the air for a split second before falling still, yet the sound of metal and stone forces them out of the bloodlust trance. The canvas seems to spread itself out in front of them, even through the haze of their mind's eye. Crunch. Crunch, exactly. A feeble throat squishes in Demian's hands, his swollen lips drooling in pink blood and bubbly slobber. Bony legs dangle above the ground, high up enough that if Demian dropped him now, he'd tumble down and break something. Are we having like our Venom moment? What are they doing? This isn't right. This isn't right. From the ledge, bring yourself from the brink in Chapter 7. Demian's grip goes slack. The man gasps for air as his limp body knocks a metal trash can to its side. Unblinking eyes stare down at their hands. Slimy tendrils, born from violence and bloodshed, wrapped so tight around their fingers Demian can't tell where they end and where Slyce begins. The yellowing nails, curved and chipped and sharpened to a point, are not their own. Ah, those aren't nails. Those... oh, things are its teeth. Oh. This is wrong. It takes everything Demian has to tear their gaze away from their monstrous mutations. Instead, their eyes roll up, towards the man scrambling to piece himself together. His eye is swelling shut. It'll probably blacken by tomorrow. One lip, split roughly down the middle, leaks with blood. They did that. I did that to him. A tendril caresses their face through the cloth mask. Demian's skin shivers, flinching away from it. You merely fought for survival. Had it not been him, it would be you. Dying at the blade of a knife isn't a pretty ending, is it? We shouldn't have done this. Ah. This is what mental shock is, isn't it? The last time Demian's brain trekked through the fog of emotionlessness, they were barely an adult trying to find a place to sleep. They're trying so damn hard to feel something at the sight of that poor guy. Something to tell them they aren't some maniac killer. There's nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. Demian may as well be watching a scene from a movie. The man catches their gaze. He has nice eyes, they think. Blue. They remember being jealous of their blue-eyed friends in school. Like Wickus. He has eyes like those. Demian remembers hating his eyes so much, he wanted to gouge one out. When the silence between the two humans grows too much to bear, the victim asks the same question he did at the beginning. Who? What are you? Demian's stomach drops when they realize they don't have an answer. I don't know. Slyce's heartbeat fills in the gaps of Demian's, thrashing in their ears so loud it feels like a pair of drums banging in their skull. They start. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Demian wishes they were a better person. A good guy would swallow their fears and take this man to the hospital. Fuck. Fuck, fuck, fuck! What are they thinking? He tried to fucking mug them! He would have disemboweled them with that knife and left them to die if he and his friend really wanted to send a message. Why should they be the better person? Also, hey Jesse, welcome in, and oh dear, not an earthquake. I'm glad you're okay. Is Twitch behaving? Because, like, I only got those 2 messages. I didn't see if someone was asking if you were alright. But I'm glad you're okay. Demian's shaking hands take the knife in the front of their feet. In the front of their feet, what? Demian's shaking hands take the knife in front of their feet. Like a demented trophy of this wicked night, they shove it in their jacket's pocket. Really, it's for their own peace of mind. They don't want to turn around and have the man planted in their back. Ah, fair enough. He'll live. He will, won't he? Unfortunately. What do you mean, unfortunately? You know what you want to do to him. Don't try and hide it. Oh. Demian doesn't think. They won't allow themselves to think and believe Slyce. They just tear through the tauntingly bright streets, shoving past drunken tourists and tired gamblers. Hood up, head down, mask on. It doesn't matter who screams, or which passerby points out the blood on their jacket. What about our laundry? Up the stairs, rip the door open. Their hands are shaking. God, Demian's hands are fucking screaming in a language only they can hear, sobbing out Demian's aching need to rip their skin open and split their nails apart and show the world just how goddamn beautiful they really can be when they're covered in flowers. Kick the door shut, flick on the light, puke a gallon of void sludge into the trash can. They're burning up inside. Fucking burning. It's agony, fire in their veins. Their blood is boiling over until it feels like something is going to pop. They vomit again and again until it feels like there's nothing left, and then Demian vomits once more. And I think there will be a good place to end for the night. Holy shit. We went a little longer because I wanted to finish that scene. But holy shit. That was pretty fucking insane and intense. Holy shit.